Welcome back, everyone, on this Sunday morning. I hope everyone's having a good weekend, celebrating holidays. And if you're not celebrating holidays, I hope you make the best of it. Okay, whatever you're going through, hey, you're not alone. We all been there. Hang in there, push through. Hopefully, my videos can help you. Anything to get you through. I get it. I know it's not a holiday for everyone, but try to keep the spirits up. You know, try to keep positive spirit. Now, this is one of the main reasons why I do video games, is to keep you guys focused on something other than whatever you're dealing with. Okay. And as you all know, in the past 2 months, I have been enjoying Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, it's obvious. Even some of my PlayStation fans have asked me, like, dude, when was the last time you logged into your PlayStation? Dude, I haven't touched Ghost of Yotei. It just still sits there. I need to finish it. I haven't touched the Test Drive Unlimited. The last time I logged into my PlayStation, dude, was like 2 months ago. No, actually more than that. October, November, December. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah. So I've been too busy playing Nintendo Switch 2, been enjoying Nintendo Switch 2, and thanks to KJNBA 25, he provided a copy of this amazing Metroid Prime 4. Now, for those of you who want to know, like, so what happened, why change of heart, go watch my previous videos, because I don't want to tell the story over and over again, like what has happened. Try to keep up with the current affairs of my videos if you want to find out. What happened is, just in short, long story short, I understood how this game is being played. And again, that's the whole premise of this video, to show you what I mean by that. One of the things that I appreciate about these types of games is that you have to think. When I was younger, I just wanted to play fun games. I didn't want to think too much. Although I started my video gaming love with a game called Lunar Lander, where you have to think about how much thruster that you have before you land the lunar module on the lunar surface, right, on the moon. So it was, Spectrum ZX Sinclair when I started first, getting into video gaming. Of course, I had other hobbies, of course, working out, sports, music, DJing, nightclub life, I mean, you name it. So many other things, which, of course, I don't talk about my private life too much. But video gaming has always been, like, part of my life. And this brings me back to my childhood days, where I used to enjoy games where you think, like Frogger. It's not just crossing that street, it's how you cross that street. Get it? It's not just crossing the street. Yes, it's a simple concept, but it's how you cross that street, how you time it. Same thing with Tetris. Those blocks, how you move them around, how you spin them around. It's thinking how you're going to use those blocks, right? Same thing with the Pac-Man, how you escape all those other Pac-Mans following you and chasing you. Which route do you find? Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because this is a very interesting point that I'm trying to make. One of the reasons why I enjoy Metroid Prime, and it's okay if you don't enjoy it, but one of the reasons I enjoyed Metroid Prime, because it makes you think. Okay? Now, when I first was in this room, I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't really look much around. And I missed out on a few things. Right? I knew that there is a morph ball that needs to go here, right? And I knew that it needs to go here, and it does go here. But there was something else that I missed out on. I didn't look closely on these pipes, right? And these pipes needs to be pulled down, so that way you can create this tunnel road for your morph ball to go through. All right? To activate whatever it needs to activate here. So, what did I forgot to do? I forgot to use my grappling hook, which is right here, right? To pull it down. But you see, the first time I did this, when I was streaming it, I didn't realize, oh, that's what I had to do. But you see, this is what I was telling everybody, and this is what I told my friend KJNBA25. This is what I love, and I think he likes this too. That the game, it's making you think. Like, you have to think. What do I do here? Are you sure you checked everything, right? So you look at your map, right? Here's a tip, and I gave people this tip previously. So you look at this map. All right. Did you check everything? Did you check the medical bays? Are you sure you checked everything in the medical bays? Are you sure you collected everything? Are you sure you scanned everything? Did you scan everything in the biolabs? Did you scan everything in a surface? Obviously, there's nothing really on the surface because you already, don't need to bother with this because that's where you came from. So biolabs and medical bays, these two. Because power station and quarantine, you're not there yet. So you need to keep an eye on these two. These two areas. So make sure you check everything on these two areas. So this is, again, what some of you don't seem to understand. Just like I didn't understand when it came to Metroid, is the Metroid is teaching you to think. All right? It's teaching you to use your brain and to think. And I miss that with video games. Don't you get tired of the same old... Like, look, I don't mind playing Call of Duty. I played it the other day. When I'm in the mood, like, I don't mind even flying games when I'm in the mood, but I get tired of the same old, right? Sometimes you want to try... Variety is good, right? You get tired of the same old. So me as a gamer, I like to play variety, try variety of games. And it's good for you, honestly. Balance, that's equal balance. Balance is always good. So you don't have the fatigue of just like playing the same old. And again, for people out there who are wondering, well, why change of heart? Because I miss this. I miss the games like these, where you have to think. And look how far deep I'm into the game. Why am I so deep into this game? Because the game, it's making me think. Are the bosses hard? Yes, they are hard, but they're not impossible. See, I want to emphasize on this, because I know some of you will say, but the bosses are really hard. Yes, they are hard, but they're not impossible. So what do you got to do? You have to think. What is this boss doing that I need to do to defeat him? What do I need to time perfectly? What are his moves? Time his moves. Look at his moves. Time it correctly. So the game is constantly forcing you to think about how to defeat your opponent. Isn't that the whole thing about the boxing? To read the other opponent? Or if you're in like an MMA, UFC, you have to read your opponent. What is my opponent doing? Now, if your opponent is unpredictable, then you're in trouble. That's not good. Even Joe Rogan talked about this. So, same thing with boxing. If your opponent, the boxer, it's unpredictable, right? You don't know when he's going to land that punch and how is he going to land it, right? So the game is teaching you how to read everything and think. Yes, you need muscles so you can be flexible and strong, but this is the greatest muscle right here. It's for you to think. Thinking will help you survive. Thinking will help you achieve many things, get you out of many situations. But when you don't rely on this and you just rely on your muscles, well, we'll see how that ends up, right? We all seen those videos. Yeah, we all seen those movies. So now that I know what I gotta do here, see, I already scanned this area, right? And I hope you guys understand why I'm saying this to you. So that way, for those of you who never played this game, you understand why it's so important for you to scan. A lot of people are, complaining about scanning. Or why do you have to scan so much? Well, now you understand why you have to scan. Scanning will give you a clue, like a detective, right? It gives you the clue on what you gotta do. Okay? So that's what happened with me and Metroid Prime. Now I'm a huge fan of Metroid Prime. I want to finish Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Once I finish Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, for sure, Metroid Prime 1 Remastered, it's on my list to play. And then all the other Metroid games, of course. So see, now I have this morph ball, so we can move through. We got everything open. The tunnel is ready, right? Now we can activate whatever we need to activate. People ask me, why do I take so many photos? Because I like to have a archive of video games that I played, you know. It's like a little trip down a memory lane, you know. It's less a personal thing, you know. And now we're good to go. And now we got the shot expansion acquired. We got the shot ammo capacity increased by 10%. By 10, I'm sorry. See? So the game, it's constantly forcing you to think, 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 think. And what is this? What do we got to do here, right? What is this? See how that works? See? So you have to always check everything. Double check, you know, these containers, scan them. And that's the whole point of this video that I'm trying to give you guys. You know, I don't want to spoil too much of this, you know, because I want you guys to discover these things for yourself. Because if I show you what you got to do, then that's cheating. You know, if I show you where you got to go to collect this, to collect that, and how do you collect it, and where do you find it, then of course that's cheating. You know, and then look, if it defeats the purpose of this game. Yes, I know you can go to the internet, you can find where to go, but that's cheating. Then you're not really doing this game a justice. The purpose of this game is for you to figure out, without you going to the internet, to figure out where you need to go. That's the whole point. I refuse to go to the internet to look and see. I think. I like this idea of thinking. It's like a detective work, you know. So that's the whole point of Metroid Prime 4. That's the whole point of Metroid to begin with, you know. And again, this is one of the reasons why I like this game, because it makes you think. So a short video. I don't want to spend too much time, you know, rehashing on something that's obvious that I already have explained. But hopefully for the people out there who are like, you know, wondering about Metroid and are like newcomers, they never played Metroid before, hopefully this video gives you a better perspective on what Metroid is all about. Metroid is about patience, thinking, using your brain, trying to solve the problems. And that's the rewarding part of it. You know, and this is something that I didn't see, and you know, people who were criticizing me, they were not. I wish that they wouldn't be so harsh, but you know, that's the way people are these days. You know, they want to communicate in a harsh language, which is totally unnecessary. They could have talked to me nicely and tell me, hey, you know, do you understand this is how this game is being played? But people are people, you know. It is what it is. That's the internet for you. But I understand why they were like upset with me, because but here's what they didn't understand. They didn't understand. I didn't know that Metroid is all about this. That the Metroid, it's about thinking, solving problems, and that's why you scan a lot, trying to figure out the way out, right, out of the dungeon, out of the, you know, facility that you're in. But now that I have a better perspective and concept of what the Metroid is, of course, I love the game. I enjoy it, you know. But people just, the people need to stop being. I hate to use this word. People need to stop being assholes. Listen, man. Not everyone, has played this game. Not everyone understands Metroid. So you gotta talk nicely to people. You can't just go in the comments and be a total douche. If you're being total douche, no one's gonna listen to you. No one's gonna care what you have to say. If you want to teach somebody something, you gotta teach somebody something without being harsh, without using foul language. Okay, because no one appreciates that. You have to understand. I never played Metroid before. Okay, I was aware of it. I know that the Metroid existed, but I never really got into it. But now, after 47 years, I have a better grasp of what the Metroid is, and I have a better understanding of what Metroid is. So people who were being harsh to me and now they're all apologizing, saying, oh yeah, well, maybe you should have thought about that beforehand. Maybe you shouldn't act like that. Maybe you should act like an adult, as a grown-ass adult that you are. All right? Just calm down, all right, dude? It's not the end of the world. But I don't know what it is about people. They just love being, assholes for no reason. But anyway, that's internet for you. It is what it is. Now I understand the concept of Metroid. Okay? And hopefully this video will give you a better perspective. Okay? If you're somebody who likes to think and solve problems, Metroid is for you. Also keep in mind, Metroid has a really cool story about this ancient, old civilization of aliens way before, it dates way before dinosaurs. So this is like 200 million years, right? It is way before aliens, 200 million years. So I don't want to give you too much I don't want to give away too much of the story, but this game gives me like those old school vibes of think and solve the problems. Think, solve the problems, but also there's a mystery. You discover these mysteries and you find out more about, just like Princess Zelda, right, in Hyrule Warriors and Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, right? So I don't understand why people are lashing out on this game, why people are shitting on, I'm sorry for the language, shitting on this game. This game, in my opinion, it's the best looking Nintendo Switch 2 game. Easily 9 out of 10. But there needs to be a proper review. People who are reviewing this game are most likely people who are, I don't know. I don't even know if they're a true Metroid fans, because if you're a true Metroid fan, you would understand, hey, they still kept the same basic formula. All right? But anyway, I don't want to, spend too much time on that. Maybe on a live stream I can talk more about that, because this is a video. I don't want to make these videos too long. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. All right? Thank you for watching. Happy holidays. And I will see you on the next video.